Although I noticed he didn't say never mind about Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act. They're still in the chopping block, even in Senator Scott's plan. Look, make no mistake, if mega Republicans try to take away people's health care by gutting Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act, I will stop them.
Social Security and Medicare, we have heard, are safe from potential cuts with the debt ceiling negotiations taking place. However, yesterday, in a speech, President Joe Biden mentioned Medicaid is on the chopping block, and he promised that he's going to be doing everything in his power to keep it from getting cut. But what we're hearing is there's about 20 million Americans that collect Medicaid that should be concerned right now, as this is going to be coming up in the next couple months. I'm going to share with you all the details as to why and the speech from President Joe Biden. But take a look at the headlines just coming out today. Biden promises to fight the GOP on gutting Medicaid. Biden to accuse Republicans of slashing Medicaid in Tuesday's speech, and he did in fact do this. And like I said, I'm going to share with you the video footage so you can see it for yourself, give you all the details, as there's a lot coming up on Medicaid right now. All you got to do is Google search Medicaid and you can see state by state there are warnings coming out about what's going to be unfolding with Medicaid. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest with these articles and video footage. And also, today is March 1st, which means if you collect SSI from Social Security, the supplemental security income, you're going to be receiving 2 payments this month. The first should be coming today, March 1st, and the April payment is going to be arriving a little bit early due to the payment calendar scheduling. So you'll receive 2 payments, that April payment early in the month of March. And stick around, I'll be sure to cover that for you so that way you can know the latest. But I went into this in more detail in a previous video. And also, there's a new proposal on the table for Social Security enhancements of $200. Stick around to the end for updates on that as well. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on the latest. Before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button for me. Just takes a second, helps out the channel a ton. And if you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I'll let you know everything going on so that way you know and you can see what's available for you and your family. Also, if you want a comprehensive list of all the state, city, and county stimulus checks across the nation, I've got a list of over 100 different ones at www.reliefroadmap.com. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so first, let's take a look at this article, give you a little bit of context of what you're about to hear from the president in his speech yesterday. Now, this article came out today, and it says most lawmakers, Republicans and Democrats alike, they've declared the marquee safety net programs of Medicare and Social Security off limits for cuts as a divided Washington heads for a showdown over the national debt and the government spending. Health programs for lower income Americans, though, they have not gotten such bipartisan assurance, and they're talking about Medicaid. More than 20 million people gained Medicaid coverage in the past 3 years after Congress expanded access to this entitlement program during the COVID-19 pandemic. So people are pouring in over the past 3 years getting these benefits, but this was pandemic Medicaid, now swelling Medicaid's population by 30%. But enrollment will fall starting in April when the pandemic era changes end and states begin cutting coverage for Americans who are no longer going to be eligible. Now, on Tuesday, President Joe Biden pressured Republicans to release the party's plan to cut government spending, which are expected to call for deeper cuts to Medicaid, and could offer Americans a preview of Republicans' wish list should the party gain full power in the 2024 elections. If the far-right Republicans try to take away people's health care by gutting Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act, I will stop them, Biden said. So again, this is as a result of a lot of the pandemic benefits coming to an end. I've let you know about the food benefits, SNAP, PEBT. If you missed my video yesterday, check it out, as we're hearing that this month is the end of that. And the state of emergency declaration is going to be officially coming to an end in May. So a lot of these pandemic benefits, these expansions, these things that people have been receiving to help them all this time, a lot of them are coming to an end. Now, Biden and other Democratic leaders, they have said that they want to expand Medicaid, a goal likely to be reflected in the president's budget proposal out next week. But while top Democrats say they will not negotiate government spending with Republicans when the GOP is refusing to raise the debt ceiling, they have left open the possibility of talks over Medicaid spending at a later date. Now, Representative Hakeem Jeffries of New York, the new House Democratic leader, said in January that Democrats are open to a conversation with Republicans separate from the debt ceiling debate. state. There is a budget process and there's an appropriations process, he said. We are willing to have a conversation with the other side of the aisle about how to invest in making life better for everyday Americans, how to invest in the middle class, how to invest in all those Americans who aspire to be a part of the middle class. Some Republicans hope to extract concessions with Democrats to cut the programs by limiting benefits, such as by allowing more states to impose work requirements on Medicaid beneficiaries, a plan pushed by the Trump administration but largely struck down by the courts. Republicans could also target Medicaid provider taxes, meaning taxes placed on these things like inpatient hospital services or nursing facility beds. Progressive Democrats have drawn a hard line and hope the program's growth makes cutting Medicaid a riskier political idea than it once was. More than 1 in 4 Americans are currently covered through Medicaid or the Children's Health Insurance Program, including children, pregnant people, people with disabilities, and people living on lower income. To my mind, Medicaid must be off the table, said Senator Bernie Sanders. The idea of coming down heavy on people who are low income would be outrageous, and I feel very much that's what the Republicans have in mind. So that's the perspective of Bernie Sanders, who is also the individual, I'll let you know, that's leading the charge on the Social Security Expansion Act of 2023, the new proposal just released to expand benefits of all Social Security recipients by an additional $200 per month. Check out my video on that if you missed it right after this one. But now, let's take a look at what the president actually had to say in his speech yesterday about Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
What about Social Security and Medicare? Well, are they safe? During the State of the Union, as some of you may have seen, I've been around for a lot of State of the Unions. I never saw one where the president got to negotiate in the open with everybody. I was pleased to see so many Republicans stand up. Remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene was yelling, "Liar, liar, Biden's a liar"? I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. We don't want to cut anything. When I said, okay, you don't want to cut anything. Everybody who says we're not going to cut Medicare or Social Security, when I asked them to join us and reject the cuts in Medicare, wasn't it something? They all stood up. They all stood up. And they're all on camera. Got all their pictures. Like I said, I believe in conversion. Maybe they found, as my grandfathers, maybe they found religion on Social Security and Medicare. I sure hope so, all kidding aside. But I'll believe it when I see it. For example, Senator Rick Scott of Florida, the guy's been saying for a year, for a long time, that he wants to sunset Social Security and Medicare every 5 years. What that means is every 5 years it comes up, if you don't vote for it back in existence again, with the same, exactly like it was, it goes away. Or you can reduce it. You can do whatever you want. But every 5 years it has to be voted on. Now he says, never mind, don't need to do that. Although I noticed he didn't say, never mind about Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act. They're still in the chopping block, even in Senator Scott's plan. Look, make no mistake. If mega Republicans try to take away people's health care by gutting Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act, I will stop them.
So there you have it, and a whole lot of stuff happening right now with Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and the debt ceiling negotiation talks. As we've already hit the ceiling, we're just waiting for that X date. They have got to come up with something soon here before we default on our debt, which would be devastating for our economy. Now, in addition to that, I let you know that today is March 1st. Mentioned this in another video as well. And today will be the first day that SSI recipients receive their payments for March of 2023, but they'll also be getting that April payment a little bit early as well. Here is the Social Security benefit payments calendar for 2023. And here you can see March. On the 1st, there's a payment, and on the 31st is a payment, but there's no payment in April, and that is because this is that April payment just a little bit early. Now, if you collect retirement, disability, or you receive your payments on other days, as you can see, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, maybe the 3rd, then this does not apply to you. However, if you're someone that collects SSI and you receive it on the 1st, you will receive 2 payments this month in the month of March. Now again, to get more details on this, be sure to check out this video next as I cover all the reasons why, the details, go into the articles and let you know the latest, and I'll keep you up to date on payment schedules for Social Security, what's going to be happening with Medicare and Medicaid, so that way you know what's available for you and your family. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. If you made it this far and haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button, helps me out. Hit subscribe to stay up to date. And with that being said, you guys, thank you so much. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.